What if the most crucial pitcher for the Blue Jays this spring isn't the one earning the largest contract, but instead a 41-year-old veteran who sits just 11 strikeouts away from baseball immortality? That is the question Toronto is about to answer, because Max Scherzer takes the mound this Saturday against the Philadelphia Phillies. This outing is not merely a tune-up or a casual spring appearance. It marks the start of a remarkable countdown toward history. Hello Jays Nation, and welcome to Blue Jays Report, your go-to destination for the latest updates surrounding the Toronto Blue Jays. Today we are diving into what Max Scherzer's first Grapefruit League start of 2026 truly means for Toronto's rotation, why Ross Atkins may have quietly pulled off one of the smartest low-cost signings in baseball, and how Rogers Center could soon become the stage for a milestone reached by only a handful of pitchers in the sport's long history. If you live and breathe Blue Jays baseball, make sure you subscribe right now. Jays Nation is growing fast, and you won't want to miss a single update. Manager John Schneider confirmed on Friday that Scherzer will start Saturday's Grapefruit League matchup against the Phillies at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportsnet. The announcement arrives just over a week after Toronto officially brought the veteran back on a one-year contract worth $3 million, a deal that could rise to as much as $10 million through performance bonuses, according to Sportsnet's Sherdavidy. The pace of Scherzer's preparation has been just as intriguing as the signing itself. He arrived in Dunedin and threw a bullpen session in full uniform on Monday, even before the contract was officially finalized. By Wednesday, he was already facing live hitters. Now he's scheduled to start a Grapefruit League game on Saturday. That is not the routine of a player cautiously easing back into action. That is the mindset of a fierce competitor who has been building momentum for months and is ready to compete immediately. The logic behind the signing becomes even clearer when you examine Toronto's situation. Bowden Francis has been ruled out for the entire 2026 season after undergoing Tommy John surgery, while Shane Bieber is expected to begin the year on the injured list with right forearm fatigue following the intense workload of the Blue Jays' 2025 World Series run. Bieber is currently throwing at a distance of around 120 feet but has yet to throw off a mound, leaving his return timeline uncertain. The Blue Jays added depth with pitchers like Dylan Cease and Cody Poteet, yet depth only matters when arms are available. Scherzer bridges the gap between opening day readiness and the hope of Bieber returning later in the season. Rather than simply patching a hole, he removes a potential crisis entirely. Last season's numbers might have raised eyebrows. Scherzer finished 5-5 with a 5.19 ERA across 17 starts and 85 innings, statistics that led some observers to question how much he had left. But a closer look tells a different story. He still recorded 82 strikeouts in those 85 innings, maintaining an elite strikeout rate despite dealing with a nagging thumb injury. When the postseason arrived, he delivered 3 playoff starts, including Game 3 and the decisive Game 7 of the World Series. At 41, he became the oldest pitcher ever to start a winner-take-all World Series game. The regular season ERA doesn't capture the full picture. The October version of Max Scherzer is precisely the pitcher Toronto believes it is getting. And then there is the history within reach. Scherzer enters the 2026 season with 3,189 career strikeouts. Only 10 pitchers in Major League Baseball history have ever surpassed 3,500. Names like Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, and Justin Verlander populate that exclusive list. Scherzer currently ranks 11th all-time, ahead of Hall of Famers Greg Maddux and Phil Niekro, and sits just 20 strikeouts behind Walter Johnson for 10th place. According to MLB statistics released during spring training this week, Scherzer needs only 11 strikeouts to join that legendary company. If he is healthy and pitching meaningful innings at Rogers Center this April, Blue Jays fans could witness a historic moment unfold in their own ballpark. Meanwhile, another storyline continues to unfold in camp with Ricky Tiedemann. The 23-year-old left-hander has gone 10 days without throwing since being shut down on February 24 due to soreness in his left elbow. An MRI revealed no structural damage, and Schneider remains cautiously optimistic that Tiedemann will resume throwing soon. Still, the history is impossible to ignore. It is the same elbow that previously cost him 2 full seasons following Tommy John surgery in 2024. The Blue Jays have already modified his slider grip to reduce stress on the joint, encouraging him to throw it more like a fastball rather than snapping it with lateral force. It may sound subtle, but it represents a major mechanical adjustment designed to protect one of the organization's most promising arms. If and when he returns to full health, the likely plan is for Tiedemann to begin at AAA Buffalo before potentially stepping into a high-leverage bullpen role in Toronto. His electric fastball still sits in the mid to upper 90s, and his secondary pitches hint at the potential of a future all-star closer. Talent has never been the issue. Durability is the challenge that must now be overcome. The Blue Jays enter 2026 with the pitching depth expected of a championship contender, yet spring training continues to remind everyone that roster building never truly stops. Scherzer's start on Saturday offers the first glimpse of several answers at once. How strong does his arm look? Can he handle early innings? And could he realistically factor into the opening day rotation? Toronto opens the season at home on March 27th against the Oakland Athletics, and Schneider is keeping every possibility on the table. Whatever happens this weekend, one fact is already clear. Mad Max is back in blue. He still has unfinished business after a Game 7 loss to the Dodgers, and he stands just 11 strikeouts away from joining one of the most exclusive clubs in baseball history. So, Jays Nation, let's hear your prediction. Does Scherzer secure a place in the opening day rotation? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join the conversation. And if you truly believe in the Blue Jays' mission to bring another championship to Toronto, subscribe to Blue Jays Report right now, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We cover every move, every story, and every breakthrough. This team has October written all over it. Let's go Jays. Baseball fire.